So you call it fulfillment, you call it happiness, you call it joy, you call it bliss, you call it… Yeah, essentially this is all nothing. See, do not talk about things which are not in experience. You said spirit, soul, whatever, there were a few more words. Anyway, let's leave that. Who you are is well established, not on the basis of your identity, but on the basis of your perception.
I wanted to ask you a question. Something that's really been burning is this idea of happiness. This idea of really reaching lasting fulfillment. That's the word I'm looking for. First, what is happiness in your mind? Is happiness a construct of the self or a construct of the world? And to the people who I know will see this, certainly my audience is people who are constantly fighting. We're constantly fighting. You're fighting for the next job, the next relationship, the next business, the next meal, just the next. And we never stop to be happy. Is there such a thing as happiness? Can human beings ever reach lasting fulfillment?
What is fulfillment? What is happiness? Is it the construct of your mind or is it in the world outside? See, let us not give names. The thing is just this. What is it that a human being wants? Let me ask you simple questions. Answer just directly just as you are, okay? Your body, do you want it pleasant or unpleasant?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. Your mind, do you want it pleasant or unpleasant?
Pleasant.
Your emotion, do you want it pleasant or unpleasant?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. Your life itself, do you want it pleasant or unpleasant?
Pleasant.
Your surroundings, do you want it pleasant or unpleasant?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. So you made your choices. You ask any human being in the world, when he is sane, he or she is sane, will all of them choose the same thing?
Yeah.
This is all we want. We want pleasantness of body, mind, emotion, energy and world around us, situations. If you become pleasant in your body, we call this health. If you become very pleasant in your body, we call this pleasure. If your mind becomes pleasant, we call this peace. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it joy. If your emotion becomes pleasant, we call this love. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it compassion. If your very life energies become pleasant, we call this bliss. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If your surroundings become pleasant, we call it success. Don't get things mixed up. To make your surroundings pleasant, right now you're at home, to make your surroundings pleasant, you need the cooperation of your wife, your children, people who work for you, otherwise life can become unpleasant. So, creating pleasantness in the surroundings is a question of competence, is a question of being able to garner the cooperation of all the life and forces around us. There are various things, skills involved. But to bring pleasantness to your body, to your mind, to your emotions and energy is 100% your business. There is nobody else involved in this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So you call it fulfillment, you call it happiness, you call it joy, you call it bliss, you call it… Yeah, essentially this is all nothing. Essentially, you want a pleasant experience in the body, pleasant in the mind, pleasant in the emotion, pleasant in the energy. This you can do 100%. This is what inner engineering is about. Now if you're feeling very pleasant, right now you're feeling wonderful, you stepped out of this webinar, went there, let's say children are doing something that you don't like, let us say they're hanging from the ceiling, risking their life or doing something, kids can do many things, all right? But now you will deal with it differently. You are feeling unpleasant, they're doing something, you will go and create more unpleasantness out there. All right, this is what I see, children are squealing and running all over, throwing things around. Parents will come and say, shut up! This is even more unpleasant. than what the children are doing. So I'm saying about creating pleasantness in the world around us, it is a continuous job, we have to do it continuously. There will always be people who will be throwing unpleasant things around you, but you need to constantly work because you want pleasantness around you, not for any other reason. You want to live in a pleasant world, so you keep doing that. But pleasantness of body, mind, emotion and energy is 100% your business. If you do the necessary inner engineering which you gave up halfway, that can be achieved.
Pleasantness of mind, body. I mean, that's alignment, right? Is that possible? Can human beings ever really get aligned? Mind, body, spirit, everything?
You think I'm a computer model or you think I'm real?
I think you're real. I mean, I know you're real.
Then it's possible. Then it's possible.
But I tell you why I'm asking this. I mean, it seems to me that the world is built so that you have different conquests that strain different parts of being a human being, right? So right now I'm busy in an academic endeavor, which means my mind is being expanded. But I start every morning by going to the gym for an hour, 15 minutes, just to make sure that my body is, at the very least, keeping up with this expansion, this growth. But then so where do I go to feed my spirit and my soul? And once I achieve it, how do I make sure that my life partner achieves it? How do I make sure that my partners in business achieve it? That this constant alignment. It seems to me, Sadhguru, and I would love to get your wisdom on this, that most conflicts, especially in close relationships, are just a function of misalignment, actually. That you start off together for whatever reason, and then parts of you shift and grow apart, and then you lose each other. It happens very often in business. And sometimes one of the things I've noticed is that the shift was always there. You just chose not to pay attention. They didn't share your values. You just chose not to see it, right? So I suppose what I'm asking is this idea of alignment achievable? And if it is it achievable for more than one person in a relationship?
No, see, this is what I'm trying to separate in your perception. What is happening within us and what is happening around us are two realities. One is a social and global reality, another is purely physiological and psychological and energetic reality within us. So how my thoughts happen, how my emotions happen, we are misunderstanding that as to how the world is happening. See, right now, I can look at you and, create pleasant emotions within myself. What do I have to do? I just have to think, oh, what a wonderful man. Or I can look at you and say, oh, look at him, what a rogue, and create unpleasant emotions within myself. So you do not my pleasant emotions, my unpleasant emotions have nothing to do with you. Maybe you're not a wonderful man, maybe you're not a rogue, maybe you're none of the things that I'm thinking, all right? But this is my psychological reality. When I misunderstand my psychological reality as your condition, then I will be always making these blunders throughout my life. So this is the fundamental thing we need to set, that inner engineering means this, that you align yourself. See, do not talk about things which are not in experience. You said spirit, soul, whatever, there were a few more words. Anyway, let's leave that. The only things you know is you have a body, this for real, right? This for real. Which is going to the gym every day, I would suggest something else more better than that. But this, you have a body, you have thought, you have emotion. To make these things function, you have energy. These are the only four realities which are in your experience. Rest is all your imagination, including the world. Including the world. Because right now, you think you see me. No. You see me not here or there somewhere. You see me only in the firmament of your mind, isn't it? So how will you see me? You will see me depending upon the shape of the screen that you have, accordingly you will see.
Sure.
If your screen is flat and smooth, you will see one way. If your screen has distortions, you will see it another way, whatever it is. So you do not experience anything here in this world except yourself, except the way things happen within yourself. This is why inner engineering is fundamental and vital, because you fix that. You fix how things happen within you. Once you fix that, it's not that you sit here, this is not a charm school where you sit here and look at everything and say it's fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. No, not everything in the world is fantastic. There are a lot of ugly things, there are a lot of terrible things, there are a lot of horrendous things happening every moment in this world, all right? So seeing everything as it is. What is horrendous, what is fantastic, what is beautiful, what is ugly, seeing it as it is. But you are in a state where neither the beautiful nor the ugly changes the way you are. You experience the beauty, you experience the ugliness, but it doesn't change who you are. Who you are is well established, not on the basis of your identity, but on the basis of your perception.
Right.